Alright everyone, welcome back to Plan 2 Episode 2 of Console Edition. My name is Matthew, or MJ for short. Last time we left off, we built the first steps of our new zoo and introduced it to a wonderful family of warthogs. Now today in this episode we're going to be building up a brand new area along with revamping our entire zoo and making it spectacular. Let's jump back into and see what's happening in Saseki Safari. Alright guys, we're back in Saseki Safari. And here's the plans today. Okay, so this episode is going to be me just speed building and adding to the zoo. Now, I'm going to give you guys a small detail of what's going to be happening in this episode specifically. We're going to be building up this main area, this main plaza area. It's going to be a shopping area along with just some regular food and drink stands and restrooms. Then, also, we're going to be deleting this area and creating a wonderful little entrance to the zoo. Now, after that, we're going to be building this area up to, removing these extra staff facilities and placing them behind this enclosure after we've rebuilt it, and creating a parking lot. And we'll use this building as a bus station in a sense. Alright, so, and after all of that's done, we'll most likely so beginning the finishings on this enclosure, and we'll see if we have enough time to propagate it. Now, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, we have over the 100k. I spent about 9 years or so to speed up the time. Got a bunch of the work sets and build sets open for us, and we are showing enough money to revamp the park completely and make it wonderful. Alright, let the time lapse begin now. Guys, and we're back. It's taken me a little bit to build everything up. It's about 5 hours worth of just building. But I think we're actually now on a good track here. As you see, we've built up this little parking lot area here that looks absolutely wonderful. We've packed everything up. We've made these little side entrances, these little ticket booths. Which ticket booths, we're just going to pretend ticket booths. These are actually just meant to be for vendors. And yeah, I mean, look, we've made this wonderful area. Of course, I must actually do some research. The specific building in the African build set I want to use for this area here. But we're going to press play. I think everything should be working fine now. We have all our buildings set up back here as a little backstage area. Of course, we're going to cover it up later on. Can make a similar area over here behind this enclosure. It's been very helpful because if now the animals were to, if something had happened, the village is right here. Most of the time the vet or the keeper will be around this section. You just can walk through into the habitat, get the animal out. And the guest can't see nothing of this. The only thing they see is maybe the trees. And we'll just place them the trees. We'll replace them with African trees later. But I think for now I want to see if the zoo is operable, if it can actually function. So now this will be the test to see if everything works. I also made this little lion statue here, guys. This is a very wonderful white lion statue. Smack dab in the middle, the first thing you'll see, it's meant to be almost a showstopper in a sense. It's meant to like, ideally, I know what's going to happen as a guest. I'm probably going to see animals and then in the middle, bunch like the congregate here. I'm anticipating that to happen. And then over here, we'll probably have like a larger shopping area. This is meant to be a food court. And we have some more of the bigger ticket animals down that way. Because these animals meant to be some animals get the people going through, maybe look at, and then through the actual zoo itself. They're not meant to be actual crowd pleasers. That I think I haven't decided what we'll be putting in this enclosure yet. That's still to come. But I think for this episode, we're gonna finish it up just by seeing if the zoo is operable. Then next episode, I'll come back to you guys with a completed area here. We'll do speed time lapse for next episode. Alright, let's see if everything works. And okay, the paths are doing wonderful. Ticket booths, okay. Oh, yes, the animals. I forgot, before anything else has to happen, the animals have to be put back into the enclosures. Let's quickly just go to our storage. Oh, while the time lapse was going, when I was just building to get some cash, right? We actually had a lot of babies, a lot of children. One of them being actually a albino, a boina. We have gotten a few actual good animals like Chuma over here. He's very good. I think for now that we'll just put some I think just regular placement animals in the enclosure for now, just to get things going. Well, of course, I just have to probably see which genes. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're going to put them all in now here, just as crowd pleasers for now. Oh, I forgot to complete the actual barrier of this enclosure. Please do that now. The animals aren't meant to come into this area, but I thought, well, most zoos do have similar areas like this. I've actually drew inspiration a little bit from the San Diego Zoo and their elephant backstage area, where they get cleaned up and stuff. I do plan on having something that's very similar to the San Diego Zoo elephant enclosure. Of course, I'm going to add some things to make it look a bit more fancy, because we have a lot more options in this game than real life. We could actually have some more distinctive attractions near the thing. There we go. I do hope that this is mostly that will be efficient enough. I haven't done anything to the enclosure yet because I want to see what the animals want. And then from there on, we'll just play on and see what we have to do. Okay, we'll create one male. Let's just take one random male and the two babies. They're all siblings. We won't let them breed. We'll just have to let them be crowd pleases, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with genetics and stuff later. Now, let's quickly look at these guys. Okay, they are running about, getting to the area. Okay. You got the babies? There we go. There you go. There we are. We do see there's a high mountain litter now here. That's not good. To solve this issue, we're going to have to put around some trash cans and stuff. I'll do that now. I first want to see if the hogs and everything are found in this enclosure. That's the big thing for me. They got the baby into that enclosure. Okay. And they're coming out. Wonderful. Now. He's an outsider, that's fine. We'll just make sure we put him on contraception because we don't want them to be breeding. Now, let us quickly go see here what they want. So it's a hard shelter, it's fine, it's a massive area. We'll accommodate at least 7 to 8, maybe I even argue 10 warthogs in this enclosure. There's way more space than they ever need. The entire terrain is perfect. The plants are bad, okay, but we can fill that easily enough, that should be fine. There's actually one tree particularly I like a lot in this aesthetic, and that'll be the marula trees. Oh, I forgot to disable this, hold on. Yeah, these marula trees, yes. There we go. These are some very beautiful trees. Place a couple of them around this area. In the ground a little bit. Of course, we're going to place some other ones too, like these. I can place these trees. Those are my pungu trees. There we go. One more place right there. There we go. Wonderful. Now, of course, we're going to also add in a couple realistic foliage patches right over here. These are custom made. I've prepared them in the sandbox because they cost a lot of money to produce. Okay, so this is more of like a deserty one, I think. I'm agreeing with my descriptions. Okay, this could fit with the enclosure a lot. We could also go for something like more like this, a rock cluster, which could be very nice, I think. They are very expensive, so we're going to place them around just here and there, not spending too much cash on them. This is for later, don't worry about that. We're going to use this for, I think, for a future exhibit. And what else? Yes, we also have some fox and foliage. Okay, cool. I want to use these regular deserty types. So that's a little cluster we can use. They do cost a fair bit, but they work with the aesthetic a lot, and I like them a lot. There we go. Make sure there's enough space for the animals to drink. There we go. I think we'll also just terrain paint a little bit. And maybe some light soil. Fit very well for this. Wonderful. This is now very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. These warthogs are gonna love this enclosure. Their foliage cover is very good. They have, I think, a few plants here and there they don't like, but that's fine. Let me place one more of these plants right over here. As I said before, this is going to be a very much an African zoo, because Planet Zoo in general is a very... I've looked at like most of the animals listed in the Game Boy Console Edition without the packs. and the majority of animals are actually within the African continent. Actually, usable. So I think this would be the best for us. And there we go. This is the enclosure complete, I think. I actually like it a lot. I think we might just do a little bit more terrain paint. Add some sand. That's not too much sand, which makes more coarse sand. There we go. Wonderful. This is a beautiful enclosure, I must say. Very beautiful enclosure. They're completely fine with the sand, the rock, the soil. They're all perfectly fine with it. Such a wonderful enclosure. We're going to add some trees. Next episode we have more cash because we spent about, well, we had about 114,000 when we first started the time lapse, and now we've got 29,000. So there is a significant amount of money that was spent, but that was mainly either on the facilities or these little log placements. These logs actually surprisingly cost a lot to build. I think it's like little log clusters. Yeah, they cost a lot to build. These little stilted things that I bet here, they don't cost lots. Also maybe like a little perimeter here. We can maybe put some like plants or something in here. They're very nice. Look, I think personally this came out very well. This looks a very professional zoo. It looks very, very beautiful. It is very much functional too, because most of our staff buildings are here. And we'll probably just mirror this exact build over here. I don't know what we're going to build for our next enclosure. This could be actually this type of terrain paint and grasses could work very well for like an African wild dog enclosure. That'd be very beautiful, I think. But we'll just have to see. I think. Ooh, I think also let me just add maybe one more of these little rock clusters. They look very beautiful. There we go. Magnificent. There are a lot of trees, but you can see the warthog, I do believe, every now and then. Of course, I'll also place a food bowl for them. They're going to need food. Place the food bowl, let's say, over here and over here. There's some nice drinking water they can drink out of over here. And I think all they need now, yes, is just... Okay, they went a little bit over with the plants, I think. Could delete this thing, it's fine. Perfect, okay. So then we'll also use some enrichment. So a lot of enrichment we can use, like a mud bath. A mud bath would be very nice to see them in. We also have things like, yeah, this is a forage box, sorry. We can also have a small little barrel feeder. We're going to place that over in this direction, over here in this enclosure, to get some more warthogs over here. Also, they're probably going to like some sprinklers too, I think. Like that a lot. We'll put in some sprinklers. We'll put the sprinkler in. Maybe it's like a very hot day. We'll place it in over, let's say, here. This would look very nice for a sprinkler. And I think finally we'll add a fruit spike tree over in this area. Not really effect. Okay, we'll put just small over there. We'll get rid of this. There we go. Now, everything looks like it's going well. Security guards are fine. We don't have to worry about security guards yet. But the zoo is coming along surprisingly well. I'm surprised how well everything is. I thought, the zoo might have just collapsed entirely in upon itself when I removed all the paving, but no, it's actually... I'm really in love with this aesthetic, I must say. This is a very wonderful enclosure. Oh, the baby's swimming. Oh. Hello, little baby. Oh, but I do see they swim like very slowly. Hopefully it doesn't hopefully they don't drown or something. There's Mwamba too here, little boy. But the guests look to be they loving this enclosure too. There's some people actually walking down the main street. Okay, wonderful. So I think for today, guys, we're going to end this enclosure and episode building today. And if I don't see you guys tomorrow, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, folks.